So today we're going to do a special blue moon monthly. Now, a little disclaimer before we start. This is all for fun and tasty sounds. You don't have to take any of this too seriously, but if you find that this is helpful or you resonate with the messages in this video, or if all you get out of it are some really good tingles, then I'm happy to have worked a little bit of light in your life. For those of you who are familiar with my channel and familiar with the monthlies, you guys can go on and skip ahead to part 1. For those of you who are not familiar, here's what we'll do. This video comes in 2 parts. The first part contains some advice from this moon's zodiac. So we're going to pick some cards having to do with this moon's zodiac. Then we'll choose some crystals and some messages to go with those. And if you don't work with crystals, it can just be like a fun message, but if you do, this might be like some advising you on what to use for this lunar cycle, what to work with. And then we'll also take a look at what our inner temple has to say. And then the second part of this video is a pick a card, where I will pick 1 card each from 3 different decks, and you can choose 1, 2, or all 3 cards, and this will personalize the message for you, hopefully for whatever your needs are for this lunar cycle. So let's get started. Welcome to part 1, everybody. Now, as I said before, this is a blue moon, and this month, this lunar cycle, we're going to take a look first at what our zodiac has to say. And this full moon that we are in is in Sagittarius. The message of which is see the bigger picture. The guidebook says, at this point, your best bet is to be the bigger person in whatever situation is on your mind. If harsh words have been exchanged, this card comes with a gentle suggestion to diffuse the upset with some humor. The world is your oyster when you draw this card, but you need to find a balance between where you are and where you want to be. It may be that you need to do some more research before you move closer towards whatever it is you want. When you're manifesting, the journey of discovery can be as empowering as dreaming the big dream. The manifesting balance for this card is find a balance between saying what needs to be said and saying too much. And the manifesting mindset for this card is, one thing is for sure, having an open mind will serve you well now. Talk to people about your issues and get a view of the bigger picture. So that is our zodiac advice for this particular full moon. Next, we're going to select our crystals for this lunar cycle. We will draw 2 cards from the Crystal Portal Oracle. One of them will be the main crystal message we will work with for this month, this lunar cycle. And the second one will be a support crystal, which will bolster or add nuance to the message of the first crystal. Again, if you like working with crystals, these might be some suggestions what you might want to work with for this lunar cycle. And then we'll also choose some affirmations from the Crystal Affirmations deck to go with these crystals. So I am going to shuffle this deck 3 times, magical 3 times. Alrighty. And now our main crystal from the month will come from the top of the card deck, and our support crystal will come from the bottom of the deck. So this is our main crystal and our support crystal. So we're going to set the support crystal aside for the moment. And let's look at the main crystal, which is Ocean Jasper, the message of which is flow. Now, the attributes for Ocean Jasper are uplifting, relaxation, and calmness. The guidebook says, "You can't control everything. Now's the time to sink into a state of pure relaxation and go with the flow without a care in the world. With the help of Ocean Jasper's uplifting energy, allow yourself to surrender and let go of all that stress and tension. Take your time to luxuriate in the moment, finding peace in the simple act of being. Relax, rejuvenate, and just go with the flow, baby." And the affirmation for Ocean Jasper is, "I choose to be joyful and grateful. My emotional well-being is at peace." So this is our main crystal for the month, which is Ocean Jasper with a message of flow. Next, we're going to take a look at our support crystal, which is Jade with a message of serendipity. The attributes for Jade are good luck, abundance, and harmony. The guidebook says, "Luck and abundance are knocking at your door. Embrace the serendipitous dance of fate, as this card is hinting at a stroke of good luck and abundance that are on the horizon. It's like stumbling upon a rare 4-leaf clover in a field of possibilities. There may be a special surprise waiting just for you, filled with fortunate encounters and unexpected opportunities. Stay open to the magic of the universe, for synchronicities and prosperity await to unfold for you." And the affirmation Jade is, "Good fortune always comes my way because I am my own good luck charm." This is very amusing to me that we have got Jade again because we had it once for a monthly as the main crystal, and now we have it as a support crystal. It seems to like to come up a lot. is our support crystal for the month, which is jade with a message of serendipity. Next, we're going to look at what our inner temple has to say. Again, we're going to shuffle the deck 3 times. And I'm feeling we're going to cut the deck. Take this card. And the message from our inner temple for this lunar cycle is Chamber of Power. That's a pretty appropriate one considering the moon that we have today. The guidebook says, the Chamber of Power is an invitation to cultivate your inner strength, confidence, and trust in yourself, to believe that you have a right to be here, to occupy your life, to invite your sacred soul to come all the way in. Yes, you're here for a reason, and your body is your sacred vehicle. Choose to occupy and cultivate your sacred power. You were born with it, and it's yours to own. Within you have everything you need to do whatever you're called to do. You hold the keys to your inner power. There's nothing you need to be other than who you already are. So often we learn to dim our light or water down our power in order to accommodate others or to fit in. But you didn't come here to fit in. No person did. So no matter what body is yours or what gifts you possess, no person is more worthy of power than you. And you're no more worthy of power than any other. Power isn't a finite resource. We can stand tall together. For too long, we've learned to turn against each other, to compete, shrink, or conquer others. We put others on a pedestal or tend to stand higher than them in order to own our strength and inner gifts. You hold the keys to your inner power, and you can open that door deep within right now. If you are feeling empowered, what will you say or do? So that is the wisdom from our inner temple for this lunar cycle, which is Chamber of Power. So that is it for part 1, and I'll see you in part 2 of this reading. Alright, Cameos, welcome to part 2 of this reading. We have 3 lovely decks that we are going to be choosing our pick a card cards from. And as always, we will shuffle up each of these decks and select 1 card from each of them. And you can choose 1 card, 2 cards, or all 3 cards to personalize your message for this lunar cycle. And I think for this one, I'm going to take the bottom card. And I'll take the top card from this one. And then from this one, I'm going to cut the deck and select that card. Alrighty. So go ahead and take a good look at all three of these cards. Think about which ones you feel drawn towards the most. Which one are ones? It can be multiple ones, or it can just be one, whichever you're feeling. If you picked the rose card, you got held, the message of which is sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. The guidebook says, when times are turbulent, to keep ourselves steady, we need something to hold on to. When things are crumbling around us, we must find something we can count on that won't budge. Deep roots to hold us steady when the winds of change come blowing. A supportive community around us. When we leave home, we must find something to hold us. When our lover leaves, we must find something to hold us. When the job ends, we must find something to hold us. When our parents die, we must find something to hold us. When we think there's nothing holding us, it's an invitation to find a new supportive ground. This is where we can discover the sureness of the soil, the holding of the roots, and reach out to our community for extra holding. We were never meant to grow on this earth alone. Sometimes life rips from us what we cling to the most, or perhaps we cling to it for we can feel the cycles of change coming. Yet in the darkness of our longest, darkest night, we discover that it's in the empty spaces that we can be reached and held the most. It's in these that we discover holding that we didn't know before, and we discover that what we thought was a tomb is actually a womb. You're being called to trust that the Great Mother has got you, to trust in the sureness of her soil, to trust the process of what's unfolding, and that you're not going through this alone. This card comes with a soul inquiry, which asks, how can you call in more support in your life? What's holding you right now? So this is the rose card for this lunar cycle, which is held, the message of which is sureness of the soil, unseen help, support, community. If you picked a star card, you got your life is a canvas, message of which is artist, manifestation, creative accountability. The guidebook says you're the artist of your life, and your life is a canvas. Take responsibility for your ability to create. Earth is known as a planet of manifestation. Your present moment is based upon your past thoughts and beliefs. Your current thoughts determine your future. What kind of life future. What are you being called to create? Reconnect with your manifesting power and align your thoughts, feelings, and actions with a vibration that matches them. It's never too late to start, and no experience is required. All you need is an open heart and mind and consistent daily action. If you're not sure what you'd like to create, start instead with a feeling of deep gratitude for all that's good in your life right now. State out loud what you're most thankful for. Look for the good in your life, and one thing will be certain. You'll find yourself attracting more and more good experiences into your world. This card is inviting you to see your entire life as a canvas, and the picture is completely up to you. Color it with your thoughts and feelings. Create the life that you most long to live. You may also be called to be more creative in your everyday life. What have you been called to create? How can you express yourself more creatively? This card comes with a soul inquiry, which asks, what are you being called to create in your life? So that is the star card for this lunar cycle, which is your life is a canvas. The message being artist, manifestation, creative accountability. If you picked the water card, you got cleansing, the message of which is releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. The guidebook says, water has been deeply associated with both physical and spiritual cleansing since ancient times. We use water to cleanse our day away as we bathe, and many of the world's faith traditions use water as a means of spiritual purification, from immersion in holy rivers to baptism and ritual baths. Pilgrims around the world journey to numerous sites for the healing and cleansing qualities of their waters. The water in the grounds of Japan's Sengen Taisha, a Shinto shrine at the foot of sacred Mount Fuji, is seen as both deeply holy and self-purifying. Flowing from the melting snow at the volcano mountain's summit, it forms washing pools that call people to them from near and far. Many believe that these pools are very mystical and powerful. Local legend says that the depth of the pool waters magically changes according to the size of the person who enters them, adapting to the level of their submergence. While visiting the healing water sites of the world is an incredible thing to do, we don't need to travel to experience the healing and cleansing power of water for ourselves. You probably already use water in this way, although perhaps not consciously. As you shower or bathe, or as you wash your hands, consider the water and call on it to support you by washing away what's coming to an end or is no longer in alignment, leaving space for what you'd like to birth anew. This card comes with a soul inquiry, which asks, what's no longer in alignment or coming to an end that you're ready to release? So that is the star card for this lunar cycle, which is cleansing. The message being releasing the old, energetic tune-up, new beginnings. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope your blue moon is magical and wonderful and full of wonderful new things. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you all next time. Stay sparkling